Hello my loves and welcome back to my canal. I am glad you guys have subscribed to my channel and have actually watched my videos. It makes me really happy. I filmed a chit chat kind of get ready with me video. I asked you guys on my Instagram to go ahead and leave me some questions that you guys would like to know about me, and I went ahead and answered those questions for you guys. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Instagram if you don't already. I'll leave it right down here. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so I already went ahead and did my eyebrows. I won't be talking about the products that I'm using. I'll just go ahead and list them down in the description box for you guys, so you guys can go ahead and see what I use. Okay, so I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions, like what you want to know about me. And I just decided to do this video so you guys can get to know me more. So before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. Make sure you're moisturized and primed. Go ahead and answer the first question. And the first question is how old I am. So I am 21 years old. A lot of people, I always get that I look older than what I actually am, which I don't know if it's because the way I am, how I basically carry myself, or how my face looks. I don't know. I always get that I look older. Second question is, how did you start doing makeup? The way I started doing makeup is actually like funny. It's a funny story. I have always been really into makeup ever since I was really small. I remember the first time, my mom never used to let me wear makeup. She would always say until I had my quinceañera is when I would officially start wearing makeup. But in middle school, I would always sneak her eyeliner and mascara into my bag and actually apply that at school. And then before I would come home, or before my mom would pick us up from school, I would go in the bathroom, grab a makeup wipe, like tell one of my friends, oh, do you have a makeup wipe? And I would go ahead and wipe it off. But now looking back, eyeliner is pretty hard to take off, and when you do take it off, you can tell you wore it because it leaves like a black residue. And she just always knew. She'd always be like, why did you put on makeup? And I'd be like, no, I didn't put any makeup on. And she'd be like, Seleni, I know you put makeup on, like I can tell. And she would go and grab a towel and she's like, if black residue comes off on this, you're gonna get a spanking. And I'd be like, no, nothing's gonna come off, watch. And then she'd do it, and of course the residue would come off and I would get my spanking. But yeah, that's how I basically started. And ever since my 15, where I officially was allowed to wear makeup, is when I actually started. And from there, it just has always been a passion of mine. And yeah, that's where I basically started growing a passion for makeup and doing makeup looks on not just myself, but I do it on like my family members, like my mom or my cousin and stuff. My next question is if I am going to school. And yes, I am currently a full-time student, a college student. I attend the University of Northridge, and since coronavirus, well, all it is basically everyone's doing online school basically. So for me, I don't really have a problem with it because I'm more of an independent. I'm an Aries, first of all, so I'm a very, very independent girl. I like doing things on my own by myself with nobody's help, and even if I do need help, I won't ask for it because I don't know, that's just how I am. Like, I don't know, it's just a personality trait of mine. And then the question right after this is, what is my major if I am in school? And my major is radiological sciences. Basically working with MRI people, CT scan people, mammographies for women older than or around 40 is when they check like x-rays of your breast to make sure that you don't have any breast cancer. That's what it is. Okay, and with that major, I want to be a radiological technologist, which is basically a health professional who helps perform the x-rays, the MRIs, and the CT scans. So basically the person who takes you in, gets you all suited up and ready for an x-ray or whatever you came in for, and actually performs the scan. That's what I want to become. So my next question that I have is, where am I from? So I am from Santa Barbara. I'm actually from a little town near Santa Barbara. If you don't know where Santa Barbara is, it's basically about an hour to 2 hours north of Los Angeles, and it's about like an hour or two south of Salinas, so it's basically in the middle of Salinas and Los Angeles. I am eternally grateful that I live in a place where many people would like to live, but honestly I would like to move out of here just because it's so expensive, and yeah, it's not for me. So my next question that I got asked is where my parents are from, like what part of Mexico we're from. And my mom is from Guanajuato, Mexico, the city of Benjamín. Right, my dad was born in Michoacan, Mexico, which is in a little town that's literally like across the river from where my mom is from, like literally like there. He was born there, but when he was around, I think he said he was around 4 is when they moved to El DF, or La Ciudad de Mexico, and that's where he grew up. My next question is if I have any friends or best friends, and the answer to that is yes. I have 3. My 2 sister-in-laws, my brother's wife, and my boyfriend's brother, his wife. They're the ones that I'm closest to just because I don't have anyone else. I consider them to be my best friends because I tell them everything. And as well as if you follow me on social media, I'm almost always out with her. Her name is Allie. So Allie, if you're watching this, I love you. You're my best friend. You know that. But yes, Allie. And my number 1 has always been Lupita. She's my cousin. We're only 3 months apart. I'm older by 3 months, and I consider her to be basically my best friend for life. Even though she's not my friend, she's my cousin, but yeah, I consider her to be my number 1 best friend for life. I can go to her whenever I need to. Yeah, those are my friends. So if you guys are watching this, I love all 4 of you guys. Okay, now on to the next question is if I'm a cat or dog person. And the answer to that question is I'm definitely a dog person, not a cat. I hate cats. Sorry for all the cat lovers out there, but I hate cats. I prefer dogs. I have a dog. Her name's Lola, little Lola. She is a Yorkie Terrier. She's the sweetest thing. She can be feisty sometimes when she wants to be, but she's a little spoiled brat. I'll insert a picture here of my little baby. She is 3 years old. I got her for my 18th birthday. Well, my mom and my boyfriend pitched in to get her for me. So yeah, she's been with me ever since. Next question is, what is my favorite makeup brand? My favorite makeup brand, I'd have to say, since I don't really mind what I use for as bronzers or like blush and stuff like that, I really love, for my eyes, either Morphe or BH Cosmetics. 1, because they're affordable, and 2, because their products are pretty good quality. They're blendable, they're super blendable on the eye, and that's the most important, for you to be able to blend easily your eyeshadow, and you don't want to be struggling. You don't want to place a product and not be able to move it. Like, that's not it. We're not about that. So BH and Morphe are definitely my favorite makeup brands as of now. Next question is, sorry, I want to go ahead and did my nose contour off camera just so it can be a little quicker because it takes me a long time. But the next question is if I have any siblings. So I did not notice that my camera only records 20 minutes and it cut off and I had finished already, but I'm gonna go ahead and restart from the last question that the camera cut off on, and that is if I have any siblings. And my answer was yes, I have a sibling. I have an older brother who is 26 years old, so we are 5 years apart in age. And the other question from that one was if we got along good. And growing up, I don't think we had like a strong relationship as we do now, just because if you live in a Mexican household, if you're a girl, you don't get treated equally as your male sibling, because supposedly you can't go out because you're a girl and bad things will happen to you, but they won't happen to the male, and which I believe is BS. But I think that's why I always despise him, because he always got to go out and I never did. And yes, but yeah, now that we're older, I definitely feel like we're closer, especially because he's married now and he lives far away. So I kind of appreciate that whenever the times I do get to see him, it's kind of like, oh, this is the only time I get to see you. Like, I have to really hold on to these memories and appreciate it even more. And especially because he has a kid now. He's my little nephew. I freaking love him to death. Like, I would do anything for that kid. But yeah, I feel like as we've grown older, we've definitely become closer. And then the other question was, was what my ethnicity is, and I think that one goes along with where my parents are from. I am Latina, Mexican American. I was born here in the States, but my parents were born in Mexico. And yeah, so I'm Mexican, full Mexican Latina. And my favorite food and restaurant. So my favorite food is from my favorite restaurant, which is in Santa Barbara. It's called California Pasta, and my favorite dish from there is the fettuccine alfredo with chicken. Ugh, delicious. It's so good. Like, any chance we get, me and my boyfriend always end up going there and getting that dish. It's just too good. And the last question I have for you guys is, well, that you guys asked me, was if I have any pet peeves. And honestly, the only pet peeve that I would have, I think, is one that mostly everyone else has, is about when people chew with their mouth open loudly, and also when people are talking and they just like smack their lips or they smack their tongue when they go, but yeah, like that, and that, it just annoys me. But yeah. Okay, my loves, that is all the questions you guys have asked me on my Instagram. I hope you guys got to know me a little bit more than you already have. If you have any other questions, go ahead and leave them down below and I will go ahead and gladly answer them for you. Hope you enjoyed this video, and go ahead and let me know what else you guys would love to see from me. Hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful rest of your day or evening or nighttime, whatever time of day you're watching this. Bye!